In Consumer Corner, we take a look at trends and products creating a buzz here in China. On today's show, we're looking at dramatic increases in the number of Chinese students studying in the U.S. and what Chinese netizens have to say about it. Last week, we brought you a report from the Institute of International Education showing that Chinese students were the largest single foreign group to study in the U.S. At 194,000, they represent a quarter of all foreign students at American universities. Further underscoring China's dominance was the fact that the growth of students continues to outpace global averages. Whereas Chinese students' enrollment grew at over 23% year on year, total growth was just 5%. One Chinese netizen saw these numbers and lamented the outflow of talent and resources facing China. Quote, "It makes me think of all the money that the country invests in scholarships and research fees for top universities in China. It's used on training and project development, but of those university graduates, how many of them end up using their skills in the country? If we're putting out so much investment and getting so little back, don't we need to think about undertaking some systematic reforms to improve things?" But in some ways, that view represents a partially outdated situation. Whereas in the past, most Chinese students received undergraduate degrees in China before heading to the U.S. for graduate study, the recent report shows the demographics are changing. Undergraduate enrollment showed the strongest growth for Chinese students with an increase of 31%. With more than enough competition in their own lives, other web commenters celebrated the fact that Americans might get a taste of the rat race. Quote, "Such huge growth in Chinese people studying in America means that in America the competition for college, finding a job and all that stuff is going to get way more intense." Still, in some ways, the increase in Chinese was reciprocated by American students heading for China. The Institute for International Education reports that in the 2010-2011 school year, Americans studying in China grew by 5%, with more growth expected in the most recent academic cycle. So far, the numbers aren't comparable, but Chinese universities and the central government have been doing their best to lure away Americans with plush scholarships and a variety of newly invented advanced degrees.